getting that redemption that he seaks.
Right, Fear in defense. Loud on attack. Any games I should hit up? Pete's GE's Lotus that they played yesterday.
Mechanics going hand in hand makes her a terrifying prospect.
Pretty cool. It was pretty cool. They lost double pistol and a bonus, and they still won. Their all rounds were sick, man. It's like perfect for breakdown. Honestly, maybe just all the GE games at the moment. Their summit was pretty good. Was it the summit? Definitely the Lotus has like video potential.
Util out of the FURIA side, basic without those
they had another map that had like great ults as well.
Trip broken. Threat towards B through the link.
Artisan could be critical.
Loud though really not intent on making any quick decision here. They are going to let the clock run down and try to use every second available to them.
We didn't get to see
looking like Fear have the right read on this. Heavy lean over towards A. Wall goes up. You boys might have to exec through this.
Execute onto this A site where Basic is going to have his work cut out for him. 37 HP. No
A2 RR for Ascendant. Should I queue now? Yeah, go on, mate. Get in there.
Basic though brings him down. Artisan finds two amongst it all. And Darker and Luke Show have to salvage the round. There might be something here. The shots come in from the Sheriff and they hit damn hard, but Shy finds a nice timing in his
time.
The corner.
All he has to do is just...
We've got a 1v1 as time is the problem for Luke Show. Koala Noob doesn't commit and knows
Luke Show could have won this, man. Little... Whoa, nice shot. A little bit of composure there for a sidestep and then plant. He had time for it.
Just a little bit out in the open. If he just sidestepped to the left, might have been able to get that one down.
They had great read on this. That early info over towards... Was it B early info with the camera? I'm pretty sure. I think it was deep in B main.
Where round one pistol, they just slammed the A site straight away. Almost every single round on Haven attack was all pace. And FURIA had no answers to that. So will this be a trend of Airday trying to slow the game down, really work the map, try to exploit those mid lanes?
Great timing of Molly.
Another early Molly from Basic.
He's going to get 4 assists for the Molly no matter what. We kind of want the kills though as a Phoenix.
Couldn't miss in the previous round this time. He struggles to line up the shot. Artisan is farming them in. I tell you what, getting the ult boards on your Harbor seems like a pretty reasonable proposition to me.
Harbor on defense for a bonus.
Out for in this series is that coming
good
off
for a retake, good to anchor.
FURIA were 12 for 6 on pistol rounds. Excellent there.
Could go aggro.
Loud in this stage. You look at their anti-bonus conversion rate, it's the second lowest in the league, only 22%. So going up against a double duelist Phoenix comp, against a team that's great on pistols, and you struggle on anti-bonuses, there's some serious danger in Loud getting snowballed hard by FURIA. They need to convert this, or else FURIA will be off to a really strong lead. And look at Artson, he's already got the Reckoning for this. That's crazy.
Last time we saw FURIA here, they were still playing Chamber, KO, Waylay. So they've had to bring their approach to someone in line with what is finding the most success in America so far.
I mean, looking like a Gen G default right now. Luke Show just gets to do what he wants over towards B. Texture cosplay.
Slow, loud pace right now. Working the mid links, breaking the doors, threatening different sides of the map.
Oh.
Well, they're trying to
trend
out.
Fully
He just
caught
got a
off.
little bit too far off the corner. Dangerous now. Relay bolt. No connection. Tikazine also was slowed up here, but Shy will wait inside the side.
Weird Harbor because he can't really get anything off of it. Out of all of the stuff they could have done with the Harbor, this was for sure their worst one.
Airday makes the right call. That time they go towards B. Shy's trips were
could have done a set strat at the beginning, could have done like a proper retake. Instead, they throw it through the wall to try help the guy on site, but it's like you throw it to get space. You don't throw it for a guy trying to hold.
Shy knew he had to swing his own cage.
It's a push behind, not a help them out
and he would still have
ability.
been sitting in there.
Yeah, you could just see how little FURIA expect that timing window to happen where the loud push would have come in. Koala's just
because the wall's just going to get closer and closer. Even if it hits people here, it's still going to block the guy that has to kill the person. Like, it actually makes zero sense to use it like this. Goes like this, but it will always block the person on site. Even if it hits and perfectly blinds, let's say 4 people here, this guy still has to push through it to get the kills. That was...
Oh, so close.
That was shocking.
Another kind of interesting aspect of Loud's run throughout their stage is that the group that they were in had almost all teams playing off meta. They only had 1 match against Neon Phoenix. It was against 100 Thieves, which they lost 0-2, and they did lose on Summit in that series. So they don't actually have a lot of match reps against what you would just on paper consider to be the best meta comp right now. It's another test to see how their approach with the double Sentinel.
Wait, without tapping the spike, without tapping the orb, we're just going for it. Jumped over the trip, by the way. Stunned himself, no?
A little bit befuddled there for a time. Turns on his teammate. Shy is able to pluck
What
Darker out of the mix, but Lucha's going to dive into the smoke at this.
Did they double swap?
Ridiculous. Erde does get the res out. Arzine has fallen. This site now belongs to Loud with a player advantage, and Koala awkwardly trying to find his way in with an op. Basics got the hot hand right now, though.
Com's trying to work the flank. The trip is down. Lucho's down, and he wins that duel. And now FURIA have a real chance.
Basic in the smoke, thinking to flash out of it as
Wait, they didn't get through.
Off the line.
Wait, they didn't get through.
FURIA, though, taking their time. I think waiting for Com to begin position. But now the double swing through the smoke comes in. Tigazine's able to find 2 of them.
Did they,
will he be called upon to salvage yet another
did they try
round?
to push through and got hit by their own Phoenix Flash? Why did they not push through here, chat? Default reviews, thank you to another one, mate. 61 gifted today. Insane, man.
All the way straight through a yard.
Thank you so much, bro.
Tikazin runs past the breakable wall. They close it behind him, and then he's flanking through cave. It didn't end up mattering, but it could have been the reason Shy got killed on sight. More evidence of Loud just cooking things up the last couple weeks.
12 months. Wait, where did it say?
12 months. Just knowing that Basic was out of flashes, post up for them to double swing up.
Why do you guys see this and I didn't see this?
Making it look easy.
We're bouncing back to the B side.
Wait, you gifted him for a whole year.
Situation is none of that Cypher util to sort of lean on.
Wait, that's insane. Default reviews, thank you for. So there'll be 12, man. It's insane, bro.
Will be denied these
72 gifted today.
As Davi's already struck here, Arzine is down, and Koala Noob does not fare well in that exchange.
Costiff's always here, man. It's a solid,
sniffed out, snuffed out, then
solid
by
DS up.
It should be a matter of course here for Loud.
Everyone's surviving.
That early
Let the Fade get the kill. Go on, Fade.
Pistol will have dissipated.
I mean, sure.
Tikazine is on
default reviews again,
today.
bro. Shout out to you, man. Thank you.
There was no little bit of nerves, but we know the potential he has. Maybe later.
Why is America's not picking up Yori? Because Lev make the Phoenix look absolutely busted.
5 months on the crew academy.
There's a lot of micro metas at the moment, honestly. I feel like we've gone back in time a little bit.
Critical piece.
You got America's insanely phantom pilled right now. You will not see this in any other region right now. You will not see this. They know the phantom is better. Then you got this in Americas, just purely because Sato is like insane. They make this combo look absolutely busted. So that's why everyone in Americas is like running this. Then you got Pacific. They're kind of leaning a little more to non-shims like Yoru. Honestly, Paper X also.
Intuition there for Kwanu hit of the timing, but it's the normally
we're on a big buy run.
This just cuts down their presence here in Link.
I'm honestly stunned. I do not have the words to respond to what I just saw. How the hell does Abby get away with that?
Oh, I
it's
dinged
left
him.
Isolated on the site, facing down multiple players. Davy is not supposed to be. Doesn't really need to be typically the guy on Loud making plays like that happen. But when the individual skill on your team is just that robust, why not? FURIA have the little bait setup, Koala taking contact off the basic flash, and they both go down. FURIA need more from their double duelists right now, man. They need Koala and basic to lock in.
You cannot be getting accidentally doubled by your opponent's initiator.
Okay, chat.
Who's just
So if we got America's Phantom, Phoenix,
no choice
Pacific, somewhere in the middle for Phantoms. They don't buy that many Phantoms, but more Yoru. What's EMEA?
Look, it does feel straightforward. You're looking at FURIA, who do you call upon?
They use a little bit of Vice.
It is basic and Koala. Basic
but is that just like EP that I'm thinking more of?
Throughout the play-ins.
They just
Even in
struggle.
the regular stage 2 when he was playing the other off agents. But on the Phoenix, it has taken FURIA to another level.
Good Chow. I mean, he's using a bit of Yoru. Is EMEA just in the middle?
Had 40 competitive
in terms of like they used a bit of Phoenix, bit of Yoru.
The play-ins across his 5-year career, and he started to look good on it. Thrown in the deep end, sink or swim, and he was doing pretty well that game against G2 especially.
They have more Vandals.
So
yeah, they have. I mean, very similar to Pacific though, man. Like, no one's close to Americas. I think Americas is using like double the amount of Phantoms as everyone else.
Right now, because Loud, they're running away with the game.
And like basic, Luxo, I mean, different roles, different jobs, but he's also had this insane breakout stage, right? We saw what Luxo was capable of last year and didn't quite feel like the pieces were there
is
around
Phoenix
him.
37%, Yoru 13%.
But all of a sudden, this guy has gone bonkers. 1.62 is his first kill.
That's got to be more Yoru than
He's been
Americas.
constantly, efficiently opening up these sites.
Got to be more Phoenix than APAC. So it is somewhere in the middle.
To explain why Luxo is dominating this stage. It's just ridiculous. He is leading by a massive margin of average damage.
The Phantom alone will win America's champs.
Than the next chambermain.
I think he might be right.
I could give you 20 more stats. It just doesn't matter. The point
I think,
is,
like, if you ask me like what the most impactful one is, like this gun is so busted, man. Small chokes. People playing double smokes a lot of the time. Tagging is broken in this game. On LAN, it looks like a laser beam.
Them lifting trophies. That's where they belong, but only one of them can take this game today.
Timeout for Furious. They got to win this one, man. You got to win this.
Good start. Nobody has to hold his ground. Now the Prowler's followed in, but Tigazine is brought down. There's Nightfall. He doesn't really catch on to anything either, but Dark was able to get into the back of the site. It's still sniffed out by Kawanu, who adds another kill to the tally.
Out of the timeout, Furia get a much needed.
The Yoru could be hard to play against. That's true.
It's just about closing it out. These gaps
but this is the thing, okay. If Pacific has the Yoru that might catch people off, Americas has the Phantom that might catch people off. Being in the middle where EMEA is not good, man. What do you excel at? Nothing. To be fair, K-Corp use a fair amount of Phantoms. Jonas, hello mate. How are the games so far? Dude, stomps, man. Loud looks kind of unreal.
Crazy stuff from him.
We've got cracked Jet players.
Over on his B side.
I think you could argue that for Pacific as well, though.
Bold play to get Loud back in the round.
Depends how much.
A little bit too fast.
Kind of depends on what
wall push.
comps PaperX are actually going to run at champs.
Furia needed this one bad.
What's Furia's biggest problem? The biggest problem, I think, is
their economy was
if you ignore all the roster changes.
Multiple players bought down to 0.
They got. The thing is, you have to talk about the roster changes because they kicked one of the best Neons. And then put a guy who's never played Neon on Neon. So he's just having to speedrun learning Neon. And I think he's doing a good job, don't get me wrong. But
chamber doesn't get any easy to play into.
That was Loud going for another set exec, by the way. That time with the crazy
really.
teleport play, which are always cute.
Also, their ult usage is pretty bad. I normally praise this guy for his ult usage. I think his ult usage on this team has been awful.
Here, as they're trying to get back out in the lead.
Tá no bomb. Mano, eu vou apontar. Mano, eu quero fazer o pathing pro bomb. Faz essa bang assim do Dark no Exec. Tá. Deixa eu pegar.
Podem contato sem mim ou não?
Sim, a gente pode. Mano, eu não quero contato. Bomb? Mano, eu fecho o ponto e banco, ok?
Calma, espera. Deixa eu dar contato do bomb.
Tá.
Crava aqui pra mim.
Tô gravando. Mano, dá uma graca. Tá cego, desfeito. Acho que saiu o link. Não saiu. Vai sair agora, Neon. Tô apontando. Bomb é Neon de ult. Tô cego. Link saiu.
Saiu o link.
Oh.
Na frente do link. Matei. Mais um link.
CT Harbor, 2 CT, Harbor e Neon.
Não tá bom,
Não tá
não.
bomb, não tá bomb.
Tá bom. Só espera, guys. Freeza. Eles têm que estão em choque. Tá. Vocês spotem 5, tá bom. Boa, espera, vou spotar em 5.
Vou com
Cuidado no
você.
link agora, acabou a smoke.
Tá, vou com você.
Espera. Abrir.
40, boa.
Não tem.
Pode estar link, cuidado com a esquerda.
Spike down A.
Pode estar costas.
30 seconds left.
Damn.
Caralho, Gabi, tá jogando muito bem.
Shy should win that. Shy's the drop on him there. He should win that.
But I'm sure Loud are very happy that that's an option they can reach for in times like that.
And one of the areas of his game where I was impressed during the stage, he pulled off some really nice clutches. 1v3 that stands in my mind, and a 1v1 against Shy, one of the other statistical best clutchers in the league. There are a bunch of them in this server.
In the Phantom, is that high of an adjustment? Yeah, I think if you're not used to playing against it,
great calls in that round, realizing they could contact in,
you think you won't get spammed as much as you actually do.
Later in the round to catch the picks. This is important for FURIA. The economy is back down low. They have the Reckoning and then Nightfall to play with. This has to be a conversion.
Oh, it's fast.
That's
So much for the Reckoning.
Yeah, that is off the table.
And that leaves Shy responsible for that entirety of the B side.
Damn.
Now they're getting dug out everywhere else. All of a sudden, it's a myriad of options that have opened up for Loud.
This team,
Both players
this
pushing
team
off that extremely have
aim-wise,
been down, and Loud are still
this
committed
team
to this
aim-wise
B
is like there
finish.
for sure.
It's time for Shy.
They got really
basically
good
to get out of
players,
here.
man.
Time to just save these guns if they can.
Yep. That felt like an inflection point that might mean more than just a round. Those 3 kills.
Still, this mid-link part of the map, Loud are exploiting. How many
You got a
rounds
smoke, mate. You're fine.
have they been able to just walk through there? Oh, wait.
Okay, this now starts to swing back a little bit, but Neural Theft is going to have a lot of firepower backing it up. FURIA have 2 to work with. They've got a decent read on this, but Shy and Basic are virtually going to have to try and double swing these angles constantly. Basic doesn't know where to be looking. Wasn't sure about where Davi would be set up now and knows he's
Very,
on
very
a
nice.
timer. 6 rounds come up here for Loud.
I'm looking at that money. That's an eco right now.
It's an ugly economic situation for FURIA.
They have a guy just full, you know, having to jiggle peek that B-link side. Shy keeps putting the trips more so like kill trips around main. The camera who's placing was further back, so they feel like they need to do something to get some info.
He's pressing the scoreboard there
They're aware
instead.
of Loud are pushing down, but taking a peek like that is so easy to exploit for that attack side
Force him
chamber.
down to an eco. I know they like to use ults in
FURIA
eco. I'm
looks
worried
decent
for him.
White when they're fighting for that space. I like their A Garden refight protocol that looked really solid. But when they're trying to push off these extremities and get into the map, they're just being weighted on and cut down. Loud are just holding those lines. Dark are getting double kills. Like that should not be allowed to happen. And
It's
in
close,
fact, the
man.
Luxo is just pushing up with
He gets a
this
different timing on that peak. He gets a kill.
insane.
Basic has been sick with the Sheriff in his hands. Like across that play and run, he had a ton of eco rounds where
Good
he's
group
just,
up.
you know, at least going 1 for 1, if not getting a couple kills, bringing his team back in the round somehow. But he won't have a real opportunity to make use of it here. Calm with the weakest weapon of them all. The one being pushed by Tikazine.
Azim's playing ahead of that little orb
great
there.
shot.
As around the corner comes Tikazine. He's cut down. Wall's going to be set up now. And
Uh-oh,
Dark takes
there
the
goes
fight
the ults.
gladly. Nightfall connects, sure, but all the resistance over at the B side for the defenders has been neutralized. And Luke shows up on the line. Flash comes through, but now Basic has to rack his brains. Figure out how to turn this rifle into a round win, and it is looking dire. Shy is not in a position to really assist right now. The wall is going to make it hard for him to get into B via that route anyway.
Basic a little bit scared of the peak. Knows that, excuse me, if he drops down, someone could just be staring right at him. Loud. A little safer. Posted up on the site.
I get some exits. Yeah, pretty committed.
Way forward.
You know, at least for Basic, he would love to just go 1 for 1 and get the ult.
Nice shot.
Yep. Well, we'll have that for the next round, Wyatt, but that would already mean 7 rounds to Loud's
Fado out of
double
them.
Sentinel attack side. You can't be feeling confident.
And what a stark contrast.
What team is the best
Haven
ult usage at the
been
moment?
calling from
Yeah, I
their
legit have to say GE after their 2
flattened
games.
Furia
No
on
joke.
Haven attack with just constant big set execs, tons of pace with the double duelist, tearing the anchors apart. Now we go over to their summit attack, and they are just exposing the holes in the defense, contacting around the map, finding the gaps.
So many of these tight corners, right? You just know you can walk into so many setups. Loud have instead opted to be a bit more cautious.
Anyone else
Always
want to
working the map from
hashtag
the
get
middle
loud with
outward.
me? Is that their little thing?
Much like this.
I say their little
I
thing.
think
Is that what
enough.
you've just come up with?
We're about to slow things down. The Cove comes up, but ahead of it is Tigazine, and he still wants a bit of this action over at Garden. On the other side of the wall, Artazine just waits, and he gets cut down. Odo didn't need to see him to know he was there, and all of a sudden, we're cooked.
Now we get a little bit of both. That's what I was talking about, the pace and the contact to get a bit of space. Just working up into the A side.
You put a lot of thought
The
into it,
second
yeah.
There's a bit of contact. Look at
You
the way
nailed
that
it.
they just pounce as a team with all of the utility, the speed. There is not a millisecond of hesitation. Right away, you have the stun. The wall goes down. Tigazine is in there with the fast lane. Prowler to clear right. They get the free kill on Arts. It's just everything is sequenced out perfectly. Loud have come into this playoffs looking like a serious threat.
No, they look great.
Beyond just a contender to make it to Sao Paulo. They look like a team that can make it to champs, man.
I mean, Romanelli has shored up all of the sort of question marks, the things that are we're
There's a
not
Joe here. Oh my God.
overwhelmingly impressive about them. This map pool as well
trade is
doesn't
so,
look amazing on paper for either of these teams. Coming into this, we definitely expected Haven to go differently. You know, Haven and Summer being picked up.
They
These
just
two
time
teams
out for
are
the last
going
round.
after each other's bad maps, but unfortunately for Furia, their information is a little outdated. This team
I don't
does
get
not
to
look
solo
like the team
harbor
we
if
saw
they
the
want to
Interstate
just fight heavy sites, but I also think they have to fight heavy sites because they're up against
And that just
double.
is really that difference
double
in
Senti comp.
having the time off versus Furia, who made the right adjustments, ironed out the roles
I think
going
it's
into
got owned,
play-ins,
man.
found the success there to make it to the playoffs. But they showed their hand.
If you had
Everything that
2
they had,
weeks-
it has been revealed.
And I wanted to talk.
Wait, how long
I wanted
did
to
Furia
talk about
have?
which form of preparation was better, right? Just being well rested.
They knew what the Loud
and
comp
having had
was
an
and they came
opportunity
up with
to
this
watch
comp.
play-ins, or
Like,
to be a
does
part of the stuff.
Loud's
The
comp
pressure
not
on you and
completely
to
counter
prevail,
Furia's
because
comp?
Let's be clear, Furia prevailed through play-ins.
They play solo harbor, so you want to play strong site, weak site.
But here, you see
Then if you play weak site, they get
Loud
into
have
site,
made
they got
great
double
use
slows, they got
visibly
wall, they got
of
chamber.
that time.
You
And
lose.
this doesn't even look like two teams that are on even footing anymore.
Why did
It
they
really
go
was
for
a
this
valid
comp if they
question
knew?
coming into this. Will the Furia momentum best
They just
iced
copied the
out
100
Loud,
Thieves
who
comp.
it's not like they're coming off a knockout
Yeah, they probably
stage,
didn't put that much
5-0.
thought into
No,
it and
they
just
had
copied
to
it.
scrap to
Copied
get
100
in here.
Thieves comp.
But they have evolved with the time off. And today, the player form is ridiculous. We have gotten, you know, clips for the montage from all 5 of them.
And Furia's nightmare feels like it's only just beginning.
Okay,
Obviously
let's
knocked
keep
down
an
the
eye
lower
on
bracket here with
Furia's
their
ult usage.
chances of being at Sao Paulo on the line. Loud go up against NRG, and that game is for playoffs. It is for Sao Paulo. A chance to get back in front of a home crowd and rewrite that painful loss of 2023
This
for
we're
the
taking no
organization.
risks with our double ult though.
Fnatic beat them in that final.
And the loser of
Oh no,
this
comp
game,
doesn't
by
have
the
ult.
way,
Okay,
lower
sorry, that's my
bracket
bad.
and G2,
Taking one
a
risk.
hungry G2.
They just wanted the trade.
That Baby said is fighting to not just get the champions through points, but no, they want to win again.
3-person
Do you really want to go
stack.
up against them again? If you're Furia,
If they smoke this, if they actually just spam the hell out of this smoke, they just win.
Art's trying to shut them down on this. Exec.com is just overwhelmed by utility, has no
my God.
chance.
Tigazine was deafened.
Ooh,
Looked
he
like
had
he would've
no
struggled to
idea
find
and
success
just
in that
completely owned
position.
him.
Basic does have his ult knocked back though, and it's a player advantage here for Furia. And Loud, for all intents and purposes, is still back by the starters
Yeah,
line
they got a bit of time. They
on
can
this
chill.
A side. The Haunt coming back up for Davido could be instrumental. In this last round of the half, Fury need to give
30
themselves a
seconds left.
staging ground against the double Sentinel defense they'll be facing. 4 rounds is bare bloody minimum.
This delay is ridiculous with all the smokes. Yeah, those guys are fried.
Or
The wall into
very
the
similar
wall,
to the first
into
map,
the
where it's like,
cove.
well,
As the time
could be
ticks
winnable.
down, they just have to go. FURIA able to get a last-second round on the board, but much like Haven, it's an uphill battle in the second half.
Mate.
And this time, there's no second chances. It's Loud on the precipice of taking their own map pick, perhaps in dominant fashion again, and making a statement, trying to work through that upper bracket.
And it's taken FURIA a while to adjust to the fact that Loud are really downscaling their tempo, playing a much slower, more methodical map here on Summit. Loud are 4 rounds to the good, moving to the defense side with their Chamber and Sage setup. Can FURIA fight back and make a series of this? Only one way to find out.
What happened to Varel today? I think it's got owned, man, really. Bit of a break, 'cause they won that hot. Also, I think GE just looked really good, man. GE might be 3rd best in Pacific right now. Yeah, Bobby, not bad. On a field somewhere, living life. Second behind Nom Shim. You think, mate? You can't count out Paper X, man. They've already qualified.
TKZin, that was your case in the past couple of months.
Don't be
So
fooled
much
by
has
what they're
happened in
doing
your
right now.
life. Have you had the time to stop and realize everything that has happened?
I don't think it has hit me yet, so I just work on myself every day and try to be the best, and that's it.
You have been probably the best, so best of luck.
Thank you.
On split, you want to play Fade, mate. Did we ever find out the reason for the timeout after round 13 today? Nah, we didn't. That was a weird one. I've never seen that. They won pistol and then timed out. What do you think about teams opting to buy a scout weapon instead of 5th rifle? I mean, teams do that. They normally do like outlaw buy. Who did that today? Gen G
Result,
did
the
it
only
today.
one that was notable was that second
They
place
won-
finish
they won
in Sao
pistol
Paulo
and then they timed
in
out.
2023. Having a chance as the Orc to send your badge back to that place,
Misclick?
try and
That's
redeem
what we
yourself,
said.
and to take your
It's hard
first
to misclick it
Americas
though. It's like
title
you have to reach out, press a
and
button.
guarantee passage to champions. Here's an offer that seems too good for Loud to turn down.
This time sending them back to Sao Paulo with the next generation of Brazilian players represented
What sense
by
you
Lucio.
play on Abyss if you
On
can't
that
play
opposite
Chamber?
side, though,
On
it is
Abyss?
Basic, who was
In
that
ranked,
furious
Cypher's
six
pretty
man
legit,
waiting
man.
to get his visa on the bench
Cypher Vice?
for a year, finally able
Cypher
to
probably
play.
for ranked, to be honest.
He has impressed everyone, but he needs to kick it into high gear on the second half to bring FURIA back into the game. It's a great way to open it up.
Nice shot, man.
Important fight for Basic to win there, but TKZin takes his pound of flesh before he realizes
Ooh.
the train is headed over
Ah,
towards
it's
the A
unlucky.
side.
Was a freebie.
A lot of pressure on
Good
Erde
info, though.
here. Solo player at this site. Needs to look to play his life and slow things down, but here comes TKZin. Threatens to emerge now and back him up. Maybe FURIA
Slide
headed
if he wants
elsewhere.
it.
Still onto the A side, but through the safer route. The back
If
of
he
the
slides
L.
there, does he win?
Koala getting to knock
Maybe.
2 down is huge. He has woken up here.
FURIA have needed those two to dial it in. Finally a round where they completely take over. Basic finding that opening. And then the two of them make the adjustment, forced to pivot through the site
Definitely
because of the
winnable now.
slow orb from Erde, but doubled
James
up
Jet
to
with the
connect
Prime. Thank you for the
all
9
of
months,
shots.
mate. Thank you so much for
Basic
doing
has
that.
been so pivotal to boosting up that pistol round win stat for FURIA. He is sick on these rounds with the Ghost.
Shaw looked like he was in physical pain on Haven. Some of those close rounds just not going his way. It felt like that happened over and over again. Artesine ends that first half with a 4K and then ends the pistol round to give FURIA both on Summit. Now they must
Someone else was
convert
playing this off
into a
angle
lead.
today. Oh, mate. Some of the shots they're hitting.
Lucio is just too good.
Need I remind you, the second round of the second half on Haven, Loud, with no investment, did something just like this. A multiplayer stack
Got 5
and
bullets left.
converted it into an insane
Can take the peek once he hears the body shot.
Unfortunately, their 4 hamsters in a trench coat strat is going to work on the B side because all the FURIA have headed to this A.
Yeah, it feels like FURIA know just spotting out Luke Cho there that it's way more likely the Chamber's going to be on that right side of the map.
Oh,
So
dangerous.
free exec.
Gave him a free kill.
Though.
Gave him the numbers. Got a wall to get out of here. Got stunned. Got fade
It's a
eye.
bit unnecessary to be
Got a
pushed up
smoke
that
for the
far.
spike.
Can play behind some of this Artisan util. Loud set up for a flood from an angle that might be unexpected. Artisan, though, is set up beautifully for this until the smoke comes in.
Couple good util pieces as well. Oh, it's
Nice
a great
blind.
counter util, but
Yeah, they
TZ
don't know
can get
numbers
in with
though.
the stun.
Just
He's
hit
got
a stun that
fast
hit
lane
one.
dev. He has a haunt that can be thrown out. They need
Time.
to pick up the pace though. Yeah, that time is getting dangerously low.
And Basic just getting off the line here, just knowing he has to try and stop
Oh my
that
God.
defuse, but this could be a bit of a problem. Basic out in the open.
Oh, he didn't get it
Does
half.
the spike diffuser.
Imagine he got
That
it
one
half,
kill
bro.
saves the round for
Imagine
FURIA.
he got it
It's
half. He
costly
would've
though.
won.
They needed that round pretty badly, but 5 players down? Man, they did not need to be dropping like that. It feels like, yeah, this first one, you're playing against, you know, one of the GOATs of the next generation.
He's mad.
So, you know, that's all right. You can give that one up.
Pretty overstimulating moment there for Basic, but he did his job. Com's like, "Bro, I'm glad you sold it because I sure as hell did." It's all right, man. Part of getting old. Round 15. 2 rounds in the game. Loud now have that buy, whereas FURIA's economy is a bit disrupted after what just happened. A golden chance for Loud to get back to winning ways here on
They're
Summit.
going with flash for
Loud
Darker.
have struggled on the anti-bonus rounds, a weak area
Ooh.
of their game. And Basic with the run it
team
back
stun
early
by
gets
there
that
as
opener.
Big value, but Tiggerzin's been able to find a
Great
genuine
reposition, like a
kill
early
on
as here, 3
Koala
bullets.
But now wants to try and fight through this side. Prowler comes at him though, and Artisan's found another. Set up in a pretty problematic spot for Loud out there at Garden.
Spike planted.
FURIA get their spike plant down. It's Erde trying to sleuth the way in, but they've done nothing about the position of the harbor.
Pistol into a
Artisan's
bonus.
frying them.
Oh, they're going
You
for
could
it.
just feel the impact of that harbor utility from the Loud player point of views. Being stalled out by the wall. Cove just being cycled in. Round's not even done. I can hear Koala Noob on stage
popping
going
off.
crazy.
The harbor? I mean, the harbor on
Might
attack
be-
is nice on this map.
Headed towards Loud timeout territory here. Probably a couple of questions about this sort of mid to late round fizzle out.
This is the first time in the entire series where there has been any amount of pressure on Loud.
Belief is in the air right now. Oh, it's winnable, yeah.
How do they handle that?
If anything, they might be favored.
They've been playing from only the position of control. And now it's about not letting it slip away. Against FURIA that are starting to feel emboldened. Starting to feel that hype.
Artisan
Luke
scooping
Shaw
up
with
a bunch of
the-
kills there just from the,
with the
box
save weapon.
over a Garden.
On the
But
right
he's been doing
side.
that for the last couple of rounds. Doesn't seem like there's a plug and play answer from Loud to deal with that.
Marshals, but more notably the hero rifle from Luke Show in main. Broken for him, but the flash is good to force him away.
This FURIA util use in these early attack side rounds has been pretty critical,
Did
but
the
hang
double.
on.
The makeshift off.
Shine brought down by the Marshal.
They've got the 2-man op set up. Just the double Marshal
Yeah,
for
just
the one shot.
hit the body shots. There's no one miss.
Yeah, I looked earlier. I'm like, did he take damage earlier? No, just got lined up by both Tiggersin and
This
Davi.
is pretty good as well.
Around the world we go here. This is a pretty intuitive
Like
call
the-
from FURIA.
look
They
at
lose
the
a player
hero,
on the A
man.
side of the map, and they expect to rotate to accommodate.
Hero's in the right place.
Luke Show's got a sense
TP's
for it, though.
back
The
as
rifle
well
has
after taking the
moved
TP at the
towards other
beginning.
side.
He's going to be able to
How much impact can he find?
get the line.
Again, if you get FURIA, though, entrenched in Garden.
Darker's another smoke
Come on,
and a
main Darker
flash.
could paranoia the whole team, and we have seen how dangerous the buff bandit has been this stage.
Oh, look at the timing.
Wait,
wow, Luke Show's just trying to
why
peer
did
on
he
in.
leave,
Look, Koala
though?
Noob somehow has
I
the
mean,
sixth sense just to
don't
swing
you-
He just spun on him. That was
Don't you flash
crazy.
for him
And
to
now
swing?
FURIA,
Get out?
that. I don't know how Koala Noob won that.
that's wild. But
Feels like they
have a
didn't
moment to
enable
relax
the-
here.
The hero gun well there.
Just set up together. They can hold some of these deep angles. The weapons are way stronger.
Darker still has that paranoia. And sitting on that to try and make a retake. It'll be about now, if ever. You can hear those marshals ringing out. Koala is eventually felled, but the damage is well and truly
It's a
done.
nice shot at the enter.
And now we have ourselves an even
Surely
game.
they got a
FURIA have
timeout.
started to put it together. Well, Luke Shaw was a man set up to do damage in that round with the hero rifle, but never had a chance to make his case.
Now we're going to find out if Loud continue to show cracks and be exposed as the pressure is setting in on them. It felt like the FURIA lose the first map but win the next two storyline might have been coming to an end today. The way that
Okay,
Haven
this
went,
is where
how
it gets interesting though.
one-sided it was.
Getting that up
But
out.
now it's coming right back to top of mind. Every game in play-ins, they lost the first map and won the next two. That is resilience.
We kind of talked about, Luke Shaw on this Loud team and how feels like it took a while for him to really get to express himself, had the right players around him. Could say the same for Basic, who was
the hobby
on a bench
does
for a
good,
year.
man.
Had to deal with visa issues. When all of the
Yeah,
FURIA
it's hard
fans
to
were saying,
retake
"Can you
these
just put this guy in? Get this
well,
guy in the game."
at least very hard to retake
And that
a.
patience for the fans has been rewarded, and maybe for Basic too, because it took a while for him to find his footing. He's asking to play Breach.
If
of
they're
all
leaving
things
side like this,
here in Americas,
like FURIA can keep going.
but on the Phoenix has
Both
been
games now, we'll rate on for the next one.
integral to FURIA's
We got
progress so far, and the fact that
Pacific
they're even
EMEA
still
Americas
here
for
in
3
this
days.
playoff run.
Don't forget, those
Not
are
a thing
two
on
guys
4
that
hours
came
sleep,
up
man.
at the same time as the other players that you would put in the next generation of Brazil, alongside Sato, alongside Spike. And you know these two guys are quality enough players to lift trophies, to be on top tier teams. And for different reasons, yeah, it took both of them a while to get to this position.
Very passively up on this one.
But either of them have the opportunity to still make it to Sao Paulo, play in front of that home crowd, and beyond it, qualify
What do
for
they got?
champions.
Double Prowler,
time for
double. At one point, they
Much
got to
in the
clear this
same
question
vein as
mark.
Loud.
Prowler goes out,
Their
clears.
attack side FURIA are
Dude,
playing
default
these
reviews,
early
mate.
rounds
What's going on?
slowly and diligently.
I've lost count. Like 77 for today. Default reviews. Thank you so much for the 5. Gifted. I appreciate that. Chino too, like all this spam. If anyone got gift as well, you probably have. A lot of them going around. Default reviews say thank you. God, that's fast, man.
Simply steps up where he was sat down.
The same thing where they're going to retake this site.
Or rather, the harbor set up inside garden and a post plant that Loud have to fight into with a player disadvantage.
Default reviews again, bro. Thank you so much,
Play
man.
off of that hump, but it's broken immediately. Info on Shy is
Yeah,
key,
it's a
but the
good ult
reckoning
round.
has to be the nail in the coffin on this
Big
round.
round. You're probably just going to be saving this.
That absolutely activates.
They got to
the
address
save.
A a
No
little
other
bit.
option,
Get him
especially
wrecked over
Luchos
here.
with the op. Loud have to play for next.
Challenging really Loud with these double sentinels, just aren't actually able to get set up on these sites, being forced
they're
off
playing
by
so
Prowler
passive,
first,
though.
then the Reckoning. You can see where the defense side players ended up falling. They are set up, they are waiting. There's just nowhere to hold that side safely from.
Yeah, FURIA are doing a good job, and around like that, just working around a lot of the potential Sentinel util by getting all that space up through the mid to A link, pinching onto the site. I want to see this Artson point of view. How the hell does he just kill both players? Looked like they were double face on him.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
they
fast,
were. Oh
though.
my god, that's nasty. That is
Ah,
crazy.
it's real fast.
And I think back to Koanu that couple of rounds ago, managing to
Like
get the
armor
frag
in
on
that, man.
Luxo,
That
just
second guy got
uncannily
insta-popped.
flicking towards the left. The situation like that, it's the individuals that are giving you the staging ground as FURIA to make a proper series of this.
Man, different map, but I remember earlier in this year, Artson was making some plays on Harbor that had people questioning his ability to be on the agent, but he's showing out right now.
Loud here just hoping that the timing on the stall util lines up with the actual intent.
Did you play
of FURIA.
post plant on A? I mean, I think you just hold these chokes. You can definitely fight this and like delay here to get info. Then if you get info, you can just double swing this angle.
So much utility.
But
Look at his,
this
look at what
is
he's
just
looking
crazy
at.
strong, man.
Yeah, reswing these high
crazy
tide.
strong.
Hope that he gets enough. Oh,
Default reviews, bro. What is going on, mate?
Again,
This is your card you're using, right? You haven't stolen a card from someone or something.
I feel
like at this point I have to check.
Oh, he's able to tuck away before being traded. Let's see
Default
if
reviews, thank you so much, man.
Open this site up with a fast lane
I
and the
appreciate that.
overdrive.
Thank you.
Where do
Mate,
Loud wanna maneuver
87
from? They wanna
today.
pounce on Calm. The paranoia is excellent.
Pigazino has the right idea now with the overdrive into the side. He just wants to fight for this space, but Shy takes him down to the 1v1.
Big 2v2. Feels like a must-win for Loud.
And losing so much blood for every inch of ground they take. Finally around winning the worst.
Oh, that's a long duel. Okay, they're on the board.
For the hands of Davi.
Been a while.
And it's very, very costly.
Default reviews again. 10
Feels like
gifted.
they're able to win here in a
Thank you
situation
so much, man.
where they
Chat, you know what
get
to do
a lot
again.
of their util online. They're
Been
able
doing
to
it all
sequence
game.
it out. That is
This like all this spam going.
top of, you know,
Make sure
the
you add
list
default
as
reviews,
to
say
what we've
thank
seen
you if
from
you got gifted.
quality of play in Loud.
There was a sub
We
before
saw
this
it a
as
ton
well.
on Haven
Zopcow
when they
with the
started
prime.
playing
Appreciate the 4
for some
months,
of
bro.
those,
Thank you for doing that
retakes
also.
just being posted up or playing for the Floods. But like right here, just knowing exactly what they want to do, the timing on the paranoia goes down drop. Dickinson gets in with the overdrive. The haunt gets the ping at the same time on the opposite side of the site. Like everything there is working well for them. The struggles have been when they're trying to anchor these sites and they're being just ran over by the double duelists.
Lucio peeking back in past that high tide wall to get a frag with the op is massive. That's just intuition.
Big
The
pick.
audacity continues, just a re-swing right after
Dude,
the
it's hard for them to
flash.
get for any choke right now, especially with all the phantoms.
Point man is down for Furia.
Blaze Wall necessitates that exchange of util for Erde. All the lanes are covered right now for the defenders. Wall at B link. They've got coverage on A link with the fade.
People in
Pushing
YouTube
off their
are
lanes.
talking about just loading up Twitch just in case they get one of these gifted. There is a lot. There's a lot going around
What does
apparently.
the timing look like in Prowlers here over towards A link? It's a Nightfall drawn out.
They want to draw that attention towards A and time it off the wall breaking to get into this B side. Exact Luke show lying away with the operator.
Bruh,
That's going to be dangerous.
100
Eric does
default.
have a slow to
That's
stall
100
out.
with the 13 you just did
Com
today.
walked into that Nightfall to try and sell it more.
That's outrageous,
Furia
man.
set up
Thank
this
you
B
so
side.
much, bro.
Run out of time.
I don't even
so
know
their
what to say
options
at
are
this
gonna be
point. That's
limited.
insane,
And a lot
man.
stands on Luke Show's stopping power. Take contact around the corner and bam! Two
Big
massive
round.
kills for Luke Show.
Dude, that's a fourth, surely.
That's
Oh,
good enough
nice
to win
shot.
out your
One
sales,
more?
even on your best
Oh, it's
days.
a
Nasty
lovely
ace.
ace. He had some great shots on this.
Absolutely
Some great shots. That
diabolical
fourth
from
one
Luke
is the
Show.
best for sure.
And it feels
Default
like we were
reviews
waiting
again,
with
mate.
bated breath to see him take the
I
game
appreciate
over.
you so much, man. Thank you for
17
this.
and 10 with a filthy showing in that ace.
You're a beast, bro. Thank you for that.
Waiting for him to take over and
Happy on
knowing
Twitch with the
it's
tier 1.
just an
Appreciate the 11 months
inevitability.
as well. Thank you for that also.
The Luke Show chamber in this second
Dude,
stage
a little double. This fourth shot is great.
has been on a totally different level.
We did
A
say once he gets
statistical
the op out,
outlier
maybe it
within
changes
this
stuff.
stage,
He's
a
been the difference
statistical
maker.
outlier as a chamber all time. You are putting up what he is doing right now. The numbers are comparable to like the greatest performances we've seen from the best chambers in history. It's like comparable to the best tournaments from EA. That's where he's at right now.
Wait, really?
And that is not just fictitious. That is not something.
Dude, we
I'm
gotta be
throwing out
getting
there.
this
That
guy
is
an
a
op every
fact.
single round.
It is crazy.
He's putting
what
up
he is
yay
able
numbers?
to do right now.
Now
If he continues through the playoffs, man, insane. Look at this from Koalado opening up the site.
Davi's such stabilizing presence, though. He's in a dangerous spot here, Wyatt, but wants to deny this position away from the attackers for as long as humanly
He's
possible.
nice from David. Look how
Stalling
big
out,
he's,
buying time,
big he's
throwing his
acting.
prowess and keeping Artazine and Basic busy. Basic likes being busy, though. He's at his best there, but
What a
it's wide
round
swing from
from David.
Davi.
This is
and 4
great
kills
from
for
him,
him
man.
on
He
the
never
round, just
committed,
quietly.
just
He's
good
gonna get loud
util.
within striking distance
Swings
of a
off. He's
series win.
playing in the guy over towards
So
site.
much faster to flood
played so
into
smart
that
here.
site, support the
Back with
anchoring
the prime.
players.
Appreciate the 7 months. Thank you
ace
for that.
Feels like it changed the game. It feels like, excuse me, that has genuinely ended the FURIA momentum.
And
And now
championships.
losing
I'll
the
have to look at
subsequent
it.
round,
Back. Angered Sponge with the prime as well. Appreciate you, mate. Thank you for doing that.
it feels like they're in danger of never coming back.
Luke Shaw in his last 10 chamber
Loud on
maps is a
pace for the 2-0, on pace
1.27
to
rating.
make it
Wait,
into
actually.
that upper semi.
Yeah, that's up there, man.
This time, Furia with their eyes on that A side. They've got no mid, no link presence. Let's Giving a full bum rush here into Garden, and away they go. Basic to lead the charge. Paranoia comes in, but Koala Noob is unperturbed. He's on the side. Now going to put pressure on, but Dark is ready for him. Tiggers knows he's going to get pressed on this right side, but he's got the Odin trained in the right place, and Basic is knocked back
FURIA,
to
stick
start.
with him.
Spikes out in the open over towards that A side, and Shy and Basic
Show me
simply
the Odin.
have to dive into the breach.
It feels like FURIA are running out of steam unless they can clutch up, and they can't. Just 5
What is
players
this
trying
last
to
kill?
get out
Dude,
of main.
all they had to do was get
against
the op
Odin
out,
against the
and it looks
double
this easy.
sentinel.
That's insane, mate. Dude, they actually just gave FURIA a little bit of
One
belief and
round
then just
away
did
from
this
being
to them.
Sent to the lower bracket on a 3-match win streak.
One enemy remaining.
Proved a lot of the doubters wrong in the play-ins run to get here, but they are confronting a loud team that has
No
just
timeout on this.
transformed
Artsin, no
over the
armor.
last couple weeks
Gotta
of
win
time
3 in
off.
a row. Gotta go get that fatal.
They look incredible today.
Cage triggered. I must wait a moment.
FURIA just don't really hedge their bets in that previous round. They go for that fast A play. And so with that strap being knocked down, that's going to feel demoralizing.
It's just
going to feel like
it's
you're out of
just such
options.
a risk. You don't know
Name all
which
the
side
loud
you're going to
players
hit
made
in
that
terms
on
of the
my
Sentinels.
screen.
And now with the
does
Odin
that
that
mean?
Tiggazine has,
I did it
more
yesterday. I got 4 out of
frustrating.
5.
FURIA need to work to
I
some
gave
of
up
the
at one
ults on
point,
this
though.
round. Look at Artsin and Calm. One away from a Nightfall or a Reckoning. Desperately needed to stay in the game.
FURIA are working the map, try and tease some of this util out, but they're not going to be aware of this triple player stack over towards Elbow, and that's Filth. Davi able to find Basic, and it's only Artsin left. That mid-presence for FURIA basically neutralized.
And now Darker.
You guys have a fatal.
just happy.
If you can get over
Give
towards
that
the site,
space
it's a hard
back
bro.
up. Group up with the rest of the team. 4-on-3. Play for a retake. Play to trade things out. But the risk they're taking by playing this more passively
Sure.
is that...
I mean, they're not gonna expect a double lock middle,
I mean,
but
we've gone into a weird setup. I was going to say there's potential for Artsin to get the Reckoning, but Calm gets the plant, already had the Nightfall. Still, if Artsin finds a kill, he could get it late. This minimap is bizarre.
Yeah. Nightfall, respected. This, though, costs you a little bit of time.
how patient is Luke showing this?
Artsin is
Not a
timed
double, by
up
the
here
way.
to show his back to Luke Show.
Surely
as he
they
tries to
don't
cross
line
to
up
A
for
to
him
help
again.
out. Luke Show so patient.
Okay, it's impossible.
In no hurry. Despite this level of time pressure.
Oh, what a great shot from Darker.
On the line is
Luke
Luke Show
Show's so
waiting
patient
for
on
him.
this one,
And
didn't
now it's on
expect him.
Crom, desperate to find
Damn,
his
they
way
got
back
wrecked, man.
to another Champions. It's not to be.
As soon as they got that
FURIA
op out,
fought through 9 play-in maps to reach
just
this
felt
stage.
fine.
And Loud send him downstairs in 2. There's levels to
2-0,
this.
man.
And Loud
They look good, though.
prepared
I will
after
say they look
18
good.
days.
They got snowballed a
They're
little bit
looking
here,
fresh,
but
they're looking fly. They're looking here to dazzle us in our playoffs.